Good afternoon. So this fall, this is our off season. I've had several sessions like this out of my 6 meter where there's just not enough wind or enough to get up for a little bit and then really hard to complete a jive. And I spend a big chunk of the session sitting or standing, waiting for a gust or get up quick and then come off quick and again, frustrating. And so my buddy has an 8 meter sitting in his shop. And so I'm sitting there kind of going, why am I trying to make a 6 work in this light wind? Why don't I just go to a shop and get the 8 meter? So that's what I did. And I love that little bird there. He was hanging out. That was fun. And to answer the question of why I didn't get it earlier, it's an expensive wing. It's not cheap. And I was concerned that it would be like the other big wings that I've tried before, like really heavy in a tank and hard to imagine or have like a brutal startup pull that would like rip my arms out of the sockets practically, and I'd feel just beat to heck when I got out of the water or the next day wake up all sore. And I'm super stoked to report that this wing has none of those bad characteristics, none of those things that I didn't like about the previous generation of big wings. And we saw right there, even though this is a massive wing, when I touched the tip, it just bounced off. I've had that happen on the 6 meter Strike CWC as well, where I touch the tip on the water and it just bounces right back. And then, on the jives, this is a massive wing. It feels massive, and having it overhead and spinning it around, if a gust hits me, I feel it. It's a big wing. That being said, for me, it's a tool that lets me ride in our off season when I could not ride anything else. There's a little bit more wind today. I could have made a 6 meter work for a chunk of this session. And yet when I was rigging up, I saw a handful of people out and they were spending a lot of time sitting down or standing up waiting for a gust. And I didn't want that to be me anymore. I want to fly the whole session, especially if I have a short window. I can only be out for a little bit. I want to ride. I want to fly. I want to, work on stuff that I want to work on. And so that's why I got it. I'm super stoked. It's allowed me to get that window of when the choice is either, go do something else or sit and watch guys on giant wings or giant kites. I see a lot of guys in this area on 18-meter kites during this season. And I was just sitting there watching them with envy going, man, why don't I get a bigger wing? And so that's what I did. So I'm excited. One of the things I've been working on a lot the last couple months is riding on my weak side, which is, right foot forward. And now I feel like I have the tool to get me through the fall and winter so that come spring, when the winds kick back up again, I'll be ready. I'll have, both sides dialed. And I was kind of concerned about luffing this wing, that it would be a nightmare or practically impossible, but actually felt really good. I didn't really feel like it was harder than the 6 meter or any other wing or getting yanked around or ripped off or anything like that. It was totally manageable, so I'm stoked. It's a fun way to get out on the water in those conditions when it's like 10 to 15 or even less, being able to make it work, when otherwise I'd be going home, or I'd be just, doing a cold plunge or something. There's just no other option. The surf is trash when it's blowing 10 on shore. It's not that fun to surf in. It's like, this gives me another option, and I'm pumped. It's fun. It's an indispensable tool for me to get through fall and winter and our off season and to extend the range. And I do not see myself riding this big a wing during the on season when it's regularly blowing 20 to 30 plus. That this just isn't the wing for that. For me, it's for these often difficult times when any other wing just can't do it. So I'm pumped. I'm really pumped. I'm excited. It's fun. It's another way. It's like I'm really, I just got the goofy right foot forward kind of stance feel recently. And so I was like, man, I don't want to go through, 4, 5, 6 months and not wing and lose that skill and not be able to hone it and practice it and get it dialed. And so I was very motivated to get this wing and to be able to have some fun and work on stuff in the off season. So I hope this helps, and thank you for watching, and see you on the water soon, because I'll be out there. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, visit my website. If it's helpful, sign up for the Learn to Foil course, or you can choose a membership, make a donation, subscribe to the mailing list. All that helps. And thanks so much.